Right, evening. Thought I'd do some quick training because I haven't done it for ages, and this has been coming up quite a lot, and I want to practice with this new toy. So, something I get a lot with people is this: they check in, they have zero weight loss or it's been bad, and they believe they have failed, even if they've done everything right. So normally I feel like I've failed. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not good at this. What's the point? But and then they go on to say that they got their calories right, they did their cardio. Now, if they aren't lying, because let's not fucking beat around the bush, people do lie. If they genuinely have done everything that's needed of them for their plan and they haven't got any weight loss, then it isn't them or it isn't you that's failed. And this is important to learn because it's the plan that failed. Because the problem is, if you start believing that it's you that failed and you didn't, what happens with a lot of people that are negative is they give up. The first signs of something going wrong, they give up. We can do a whole training on that, but it's not you, it's the plan. Now, let's explain why. We all know that, well, hopefully we know this, we'll go through it again. If your metabolism needs 2,000 calories to maintain the weight, then you're going to have to consume less than that and use more from cardio. So the net might be 1,500 in your plan. So that might be that you reduce 200 calories from the diet and you burn 300 calories from some more walking. Now, what we get is it's this gap here, this deficit, which gives us weight loss and a good week. So that's cool. You might get a few weeks of that. I've had clients that get a couple of weeks, and I've had a few clients that get 10 or 12 weeks out of that, which is actually really good because you don't really want to keep changing the diet because there's only so many you can do. At some point, though, your metabolism is going to go down because your body doesn't want you to be losing weight, really. There's what we refer to as the set point. That's why most people can comfortably stay at a certain weight. There's always going to be those fuckers that will stay with a six-pack and they eat pizza. And there's always going to be those people that just eat a few, well, they don't eat and get fat. They basically tend to eat more and probably do less, but they'll always go back to where they were. Now, at some point then, we obviously get that metabolism is now 1,500 and the plan is 1,500 and we get zero deficit. And what do we get? No weight loss. Now, back to what I said before, if you've been doing everything right, that isn't your fault. That has to happen. That's why when somebody yesterday messaged me asking, I don't know if she's in the group actually, asking if I would do her a one-off diet. I never do one-off diets because A, that diet might not be perfect for you the first time around. You're going to have loads of questions, and before we know it, you've asked me a million questions and you've only paid for a small diet. And then really, that one diet will only do you for a month, maybe 2 months, sometimes only a couple of weeks because of this. So now you know that, it's very simple. You're now going to just bring the plan down so that you're at, I don't know, 1,200. So again, we have this deficit here. And that solves the problem of plateaus. Basically, that is literally why people plateau. It isn't because you're not eating some special food or you're not using the right supplements. I was in Holland and Barrett today and I overheard a couple talking about weight loss. They were holding some apple cider vinegar. You'll hear a lot of people saying that apple cider vinegar is good for weight loss and it's been shown to do fuck all. So, instead of feeling, let's go back to this, instead of feeling like you failed, you can just think to yourself, okay, plan failed, what do I do about the plan? Now, I wanted to keep this short, so I'm not gonna go into this in too much detail. But as a side note, this only works if you have the plan to begin with, which is why I'm not a big fan of people eyeballing it, trying to use portion sizes, and just basically winging it. Let's be honest. If I spoke to 100 people in the gym, this would probably be their plan. I cut carbs and or junk, pretty much the same thing, but I cut junk and I decided to go to the gym 3 times a week. That would probably be as detailed as it gets. Now, the problem is, if we are here at week 1, this is the check-in at week, I don't know, 7. So all's been good here. So like all these weeks, they've been fine. If this is the one where they think they failed, imagine you message me, Phil, I want some help with my diet. I've done 7 weeks. I've been doing really well. Can you step in and carry on from here? The first thing I'm going to say to you is, what have you been doing? Because I'm going to say to you, okay, what has got you to week 7? What got you here? And you're going to say, I cut carbs and I went to the gym 3 times. And I'm going to say, well, that doesn't give me enough information to change it. So this is why, if you want to avoid plateaus and feeling frustrated, the very first thing you need is the plan. For those who do have the plan, hopefully this makes you realize that you haven't failed again, providing that you've done everything you need to do. You haven't been cheating in any way. If you get to the point when you plateau, adjust the plan to recreate the deficit, increase your cardio, increase your steps you walk every day, take your calories down, do a small combination of each. It doesn't feel like very much if you're a little bit more advanced. That will bring the deficit back. You'll then lose weight. And then guess what? In a few more weeks, you'll have to just repeat the whole process again. Hopefully that helps, because the last thing you want to be doing is feeling frustrated when things appear to be going wrong, and really that's just part of the process. Cheers, guys. Hope that helps. Any questions, pop them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. Have a good night.